Can I take my mask off?
Yes, you can.
I'm vaccinated, just for the record. Johnson & Johnson. I'm proof that I'm still alive.
All right. Carl, we have.
I'm curious, you've got a 355-pound guard, and I think in years past they probably keeping around the track and kind of running off. Looks like he carries it pretty well. Is that true?
Yeah, MJ does carry pretty good. Definitely, Coach Saha's got some of those guys doing a little extra conditioning on our off days. They do some stuff post practice, not today, but yeah, he's in pretty good shape for I mean, you can see he's just a big dude. Yeah, he did it right. He went through the process, gathered a lot of information. Ultimately, Jackson and his family felt like he could get better, and another year here would benefit him. So they made the best decision for themselves, and obviously I was excited about that. I when it comes to those guys leaving early, it's hey, get the information, make a educated decision, and we're going to support you with whatever decision you make. And so yeah, is it nice to have him back? Absolutely, but we're right back to work. Yeah. Well, certainly, and I think we both feel he can be more dominant in the run game, and probably just overall more consistency. I think he had a good first whatever it was 4 games and made a lot of strides, and we're just hoping to improve on that. Mm-hmm. He's guard and center. We're trying to get him going at guard right now. He did play center most of, I don't know the exact amount, but it was probably a little bit over 50% of the whatever you want to call last year that season. And so trying to get him settled in at one position right now, and it's guard. And certainly you'll see him snapping and so that he can play that other position. But those young guys, trying to get them settled in their first spring and try to get comfortable at one spot is ideal. It's all those things. It definitely is a mindset to start with, being physical, but you got to get all 5 guys on the same page. Plus the tight ends, and a lot of our schemes, we use a lot of tight ends. We got to get those guys on the same page. And then technique for sure. So it's mindset, it's being physical, it's knowing who you're blocking, getting everybody on the same page, and then it's executing with proper fundamentals. It's not always easy, but it starts for sure with the mindset. Yeah, they got to know their reads and what their landmarks are. You see us running inside, outside zone. They got to know their landmark. They got to press their landmark. They also got to trust their instincts within that. We run a lot of gap scheme. We do a lot of different schemes on offense, and so they got to know what the play is designed to do. Get the ball where it's supposed to go, and then finish physical. Yeah, I think they played at a fairly high level. Sure, do we want more? Yeah, absolutely. We set the standard extremely high, and the expectation. So I did like overall what they were able to do, and we have a lot of work still to do, still to go. And we got young guys that are pushing some of those older guys for positions, and so we're just 4 practices in. We got a lot of room to improve, and hopefully we're really coming together here. The sooner the better, but normally that week 3 we really want to finish on a high note, and feeling like they're cohesive and on the same page, really all the guys. Yeah, I like them there a lot. I really do. We were fortunate. When Luke started playing, we had Coleman Shelton. That was the first team all conference. And then after Coleman left, we moved Nick there, and Nick had a great career there. But Luke, I feel like after he played left tackles freshman year, we got him at left guard for the next whatever that was, and then center. I think I like him the most at center, so I feel good about him, and he's making improvements every day. And tough to find someone that's worked harder going all the way back to the beginning of this pandemic. I mean, his dad, I think, got him a in-home gym, way back when. And he hasn't gone home on breaks. He stayed here and trained, assuming we were allowed to. And so he's got the right mindset, and I do like him there. I'm hoping that he continues to improve.
How much of a luck is it when you have that five stars? I think I kind of looked at this research and it was my first time 50 years ago.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, I guess we haven't had that, have we? At least since I've been here, maybe 60. Yeah, no, it's nice. But again, we're trying to push with these younger guys. Don't just because there was a guy that was starting at your position doesn't mean he's starting this year. I mean that like.
Have you tried not to break up those five?
I wouldn't say not consciously, but I don't think we have broke them up really. Now that you ask that, I mean it's still early. We'll definitely move some guys. I mean you see Roger plays with a bunch of the different groups, but I think you're right. For the most part, those five guys have all played kind of together. Whether it was Miles at center or Garen Hatchett at right guard. Now Garen's at center, Miles is at right guard. Roger again, he's played all over. Sam's played at right tackle, so. You'll start seeing those guys move and trickle through. Hopefully it's not because of injuries, but we have to, be prepared for that. He's a pretty good football player. He's smart. He played in a really good offense. At his high school there, they did a really good job developing him there. He's athletic and kind of comes natural to him. And so we have high hopes for him, big expectations. Yeah, we're good? Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies, have a great day. Stay safe. Get the vaccine.
What's up, guys? Shoot, you just get to start from scratch one more time. I mean, we're going to start from scratch every year. We're able to do it now, so we'll have, 15 practices goes fast, so there's a lot coming at them. Every day is a new day because every day is new plays and then new defenses and all that. So it's just more time, which is good. It's more about them going out there and playing more than anything. So many meetings you can have, but at some point you got to go out there and do it. So it enables them to do it. At least we can coach off the tape. We get it in our archives, and they can see where they improved and what they need to do to get better or keep playing better or whatever it may be. So it's just more reps, and anytime you get more reps, it should be a good thing.
What do you see in Dylan? Last year, he was kind of the underdog. He was down the best part in the whole competition story. Now he's the leader. He's kind of got two new quarterbacks in his room. He's got a lot of hype. How do you know him all around? He looks pretty tough to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's a tough kid, he's a smart kid. He's got things to work on just like everybody else. You're running a race, you're at the line, you're running against yourself. You're not worried about who's next to you. So I think that's what he's doing. He's running his own race right now and knows what he needs to do to get better and improve. And you're only as good as your next play, and he knows that. And he's got to continue to keep getting better because those other guys will. They have the same mindset. They'll push each other, and I just think that's who he is. So he's got that naturally. He's not worried about it. He's worried about himself. So, that's just his mindset, which he's good at that. He's done pretty good. It's like learn new language. If I had to learn Spanish in 3 days, I probably wouldn't be bilingual. But so he's learned a whole new language. It is football, so he can. Throw it when he needs to. He sees a guy open here or there, whatever it may be. But he's got to, like we tell the guys, hear the call, know the call, do your job. So first he's got to hear it or see it and say the call. It's one thing to say it, and then another thing to know it, and another thing to do it. So, he's been able to, pretty quickly, he's done a good job initially of being able to spit out the calls, and sometimes knowing it, and then he's actually got to do it. All things considered, he's been pretty good here for 3 days, just getting out there.
When you have a certain Saturday as part of that, do you call it an open competition right now, or how do you kind of look at it?
I think everybody's fighting every time. Like I said, you're only as good as your next play. So guys behind us, and you've never arrived. Second you think you've arrived is the second you're going to get lapped. So you got to keep pushing at every spot. I don't care who it is, and that's what the deal is right now. Everyone's got to worry about themselves and not worry about who they're going against. And over time we'll see who pushes who. That's probably going to take a while to get that done, but. Right now, everyone's those new guys are just learning stuff, so it's a little bit harder on them. But as far as any position, everybody's got to fight each and every day to prove that they're the guy. I mean, he's learning too. He's learning new language. He's got experience. He's made plays in college football before, which is nice, and I think that he's doing a lot of thinking. It's like anything else. If he's got to hear the call, know the call, do his job. I think once he gets that down, then he'll be fine. I think he's probably bigger than I thought, taller. He can run pretty well. He catches the ball well. And, right now it's just about him learning the system. So I'm excited about where he could possibly go here in the next few months.
In that 15-week practices, when do you start thinking about cohesiveness?
That's a great question. We got so many guys playing. We're going 2 groups, which is unbelievable because the guys are getting reps. So right now, to me, especially during the week, today we're putting in all new plays. We got 35 minutes. I'm up here like an auctioneer. Get it? And let's go do it. And then the defense has got all new fronts and coverages and blitzes and all that. So it's like right now it's all about, getting stuff in. The more times you hear something, the more times it'll sink in eventually. So it's more about learning right now and refining your techniques and fundamentals. And, I think eventually we're going to have to get to that point where we want to get cohesiveness. But, in 15 practices, they're going to have however many months of not playing again. So, right now it's just about, learning, pushing the envelope, trying to get as much in as we can, see what we can handle, test them, see if they can focus on what they got to do for that day. Manage frustration if it doesn't go as well. Like there's a lot of mental aspects of it, as far as how they got to learn to, get their minds right and fight through some things and be able to handle a lot on them. So it's more about, to me, trying to get as much as you can in and pushing them and teaching off the tape and that. And obviously you want some cohesiveness and consistency, and that's where you're going to, you learn to get better every day. You improve every day. Eventually that'll lead to consistency and cohesiveness if everybody can stay on that track. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I forget how it happened, but we talked about it. I know that was his idea initially. I know Huff was big on it too. I've done it like that way before, and we happen to have enough guys, so it's worked out. And we're getting double the reps, and guys are getting, 16 reps instead of 4 or 8, wherever it may be. So for everybody to split the fields and do that, I think that's invaluable, because you got to play. You got to play. It's one thing to watch someone else do it, and you got to learn from that. You got to have the, the mental capacity to learn from other people's mistakes and things doing it the right way. But at the same time, when it's you in there, and actually doing it, I think that helps. So. He's played a lot of ball. He's smart. When I talk to him, that kind of happened. All of a sudden we were down to like one guy. I was like, whoa, okay. So we hit it, and I started watching a bunch of guys, and the fact that he had some experience, and I knew a couple people that knew him and knew his character and what kind of kid he was, and I liked what I saw on tape, and then when I watched and I went through with him, some of the stuff that we do, and he was able to kind of grasp that and done similar concepts, and I could tell he's been around, and he should have been able to step in and kind of learn this thing quicker than maybe a true freshman off the street or a 1-year guy off the street. So I thought he played a lot. I thought he was smart. Heard good things about him, and that was kind of how it morphed into that.
When you look back last season, a 4-game crash out after
I mean, it was good. It felt like a spring practice kind of, you know. It was 4 scrimmages, you know, nobody in the stands. You know, but I thought we did some good things. You know, when you look back on it, though, the one thing, I thought the guys did a good job of being able to, you know, understand the plays and run the plays to be successful enough. But now it was there's a lot of fine tuning that can be done from last year, like, you know, exact, you know, alignments and where we got to be outside, you know, splits inside, landmarks. I think it enabled us to kind of get a little snapshot of us doing it against somebody else. And now, to me, it's about perfecting the details of it to take the next step. If we can do that, I mean, it was a shortened season, but at least we got something on tape that we were able to see and show, and now be like, all right, now this was good, it was a good play, but you really should be here. This is really what you should be doing, or you could do this a little bit better. And that hopefully is what we get across here in the next few months, and, you know, kind of take it another step further. Yeah, I mean, we got we got a lot of guys in there. Still trying to figure out numbers a little bit too. Who's that again? No, yeah, I think we got a lot of solid guys in there. I think, you know, Cam obviously he's got a year in the system, so he knows it, you know, even better hopefully than he did last year, and you know, he's got some ability, and I think he's made some plays, you know, in the fall, and you know, first couple of days he made some things, and I really like him as a kid, and he doesn't say much. He just comes to work every day, so I think that he's definitely hasn't hit his ceiling yet. So if he keeps on coming to work every day, we'll get that eventual improvement for him. And I think, you know, we can count on him to make a lot of plays for us. Let's go. Good to see everybody. Thanks.